jumped in as a
I jumped in fully as a producer because
almost like a co-producer kind of, like a co-creator.
yes,
I mean, not to take away anything, but you know what I mean, right?
everything,
Yeah.
everything. Like my best way to describe it is as I'm Sir's assistant director or co-director. So I would do whatever it takes, like whether it's to set up meetings for him, whether it's to find actors, technicians, whether it is to do concept art, follow up on VFX. So I'll do whatever it takes. I'm also from the production side, but also because I'm a director, I can follow up on the creative also.
Yeah. So this is Kalki's over.
Kalki's over.
Kalki 1 has released, and this is the time that's after that.
Yeah.
You were in pre-production for Kalki 2 as well?
I mean, I knew about this project for a while.
Okay.
And there was a little downtime anyway. I was not going to do anything for a year after Kalki. And in that downtime, I realized there was this moment where I knew he was trying to set it up with another production house. And I knew that was falling through. And Sir was like, no, it'll happen. And then I was like, okay, so I'll just do it, sir. If you don't mind, let me just jump in. I'll speak to the other producers. I'll take it over. And he's like, okay, if you're going to do it, nothing like it. That'll be amazing. And one fun tidbit is that Ashwini Dutt and Singeetam sir had almost started working on a film, which they never collaborated before. They started working on a film apparently with Chiranjeevi Garu and someone else. They shot like a little bit, and that film got shelved. So this was also a very cool way to finish that relationship and actually do a film together.
So the Chiranjeevi film has nothing to do with this?
It has nothing to do with this.
That's just something
it's just something of that association which never happened.
Never happened. It started, it got shelved, but this was another way to
This is completely something else.
But before I ask you the next question, I just want to thank you so much for making this happen. Because it's see, at the end of the day, it is a ruthless industry, right? It's like it chases success, it chases who's currently in demand, who's and that's the nature of the business. You cannot help it. It's you can't but to kind of finish Kalki and to say yes, there is this legendary director, I can be his AD and see where he needs help and take it through. That's amazing. So thank you for doing this and helping this project come into being. In your mind, what was the toughest part of this project? Because I'm just imagining this director at the age of 90 whatever, at that point he must have been 91 whatever.
91,
he's going from studio to studio trying to sell this project. What do you think gives him this desire to, I'll tell you where I'm coming from, because India typically, I mean, I don't think age has anything to do with creativity, but the Indian mindset is usually one where after about 70-ish, you're supposed to wind down. And I was asking a doctor about this, and he said it probably has to do with that Vanaprastha concept in whatever the scholarly thing. It's like you're supposed to do this householder thing and then retire and then take up sannyasa or something like that. So that's embedded in the mind that you're kind of think that was the doctor's explanation anyway. But you know that, right? Typically people wind down after a while.
Correct.
What is this man's energizer thing happening?
I don't know. I mean, when people ask me, I say I feel sometimes I feel old as compared to him. He feels like so much more relevant or younger, and the energy that he has for cinema, just basically cinema, I think is what drives him. It's storytelling. Like even when we meet, when we talk we had hundreds of, which is such a privilege, like hundreds of discussions of the story and writer's room and rehearsals and all of that. It's always just his love for stories. It's like, oh, I have this story, oh, this can be like this. We had that story, my director that I worked with made the story like that, and that's how this song came to be. It's all stories about cinema. They're just, and I think also in a way, just to go on a tangent, is why him and Kamal sir love each other so much. Because for Kamal sir also, whenever I sit with him, it's always stories about cinema. It's about this, how we did that, how we achieved this, how we solved that problem. And it's the same with Singeetam sir. That's why they did 6 films together.
Yeah.
And
what is your favorite of their films together?
I think Pushpak is definitely up there. It's definitely up there. Michael Mann Kamarajan as a kid was a lot of fun. All of them, but definitely Pushpak is. And as I realized more recently, Pushpak was not a really silent film. It was just incidentally silent.
Yeah.
It was so cool that they didn't go out to make a silent film. They just made a film where there was no chance for anyone to talk.
Yeah, because they were separated by a distance,
or there was a honk, or
yeah. So it's actually, I have found that movie, which I just saw it last year, and it has the purity of a Chaplin film.
Yeah.
It still works brilliantly, like as in like from start to finish.
Correct.
With all those little things like this unemployed guy, washing the underarms of his vest and making sure that he can wear it again, shirt or whatever it is. And it's I mean, I won't call it social commentary or something like that, but there is so much rootedness in a environment, culture. The fact that you can grow up next to a theater and you can only sleep with the noise on of the songs or the fights or the whatever it is, and you can't sleep in silence.
Correct.
There's just so much in that movie.